your
Here.
background. Oh, I
Pride
should have
Month.
changed mine. I know. I'll have to do that next week. I'll have to do it next
Yes.
week.
Okay.
But
Done.
yeah, welcome to their match chats and recaps. This is for the week of May the 30th through June the 5th of 2022. And let's just jump right into it. We'll start with the Forsaken. As our adventurers pondered the conundrum of Rhaenyra's metal prison, Kazil took Ingot below deck for rest and began crafting an excellent dinner for the crew to gather and heal after the battle. Figuring out that if they just wait, the cage will disappear. The crew go about helping Magdalene with preparing the ship for the rest of the journey. With an extra day added on from the attempted escape from the storm monster. Oh, well, that's a fact. There was an extra day added on from their attempt at escaping the storm monster. Gerbil had a chat with Magdalene about Shanad and then later checked in on Juniper on the upper deck, where Juniper revealed that if Gerbil decided to leave the group, that she would leave with him. I think it was meant to be like after the adventure, like after they did a few things. And Juniper said, if you would leave the ship tomorrow, I would go with you. Yeah, it was adorable. The next day, after a nice breakfast, the ship stops at a turtle colony living on rafts close to the shores of the Northern Crown. Magdalene does some trading, while the others take the opportunity to peruse the wares in front of them. They depart, purses a bit emptier, but excited to finally, hopefully, get to their destination. I mean, because they've been on the sea for like literally 4 or 5 episodes. Bless them. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It is what it is. But
It
I
is
know
what
a
it
couple
is.
of them are like, we just want to get to where we're going. Like, it's the journey, not the destination. Right?
Yes.
Isn't that what they say?
So wise. So wise.
All right. So that's it for the... Oh, Stephanie's trying to do this, and it's totally just messing all the markers and the buttons up. Okay, there we go.
We're professionals.
What about on the Penumbra Assembly? What happened on Wednesday?
Let's see. So, exploring the market district, our adventurers came across a bear terrorizing some stall vendors. So, one vendor called out to the group asking for their help. However, the bear seemed more hungry than frightened, gathering some fish and running back through the district and towards the city's farmland. Seeing a few others give chase in revenge of disrupting the market, Dakos and Drexlin quickly follow after, attending to make sure the bear makes it safe to the forest. Good job. Seeing the bear there, Dakos and Drexlin turn and have an interesting conversation with the 2 upscale city dwellers in a boat. Lev meets them halfway after helping with the overturned market stalls and notices someone possibly tailing them. I don't know. Dakos sneaks around on his broom. There's a broom? Catching a glimpse of their face before they move away to another area of the district. Together again, the group check in at the inn and head to the Herald for dinner, deciding to open their table to anyone in the restaurant who wants to talk to them about the city. After speaking with a lovely furbolg, an unexpected guest steps in and sits down, a city guard. One who makes it clear that they do not like the group questioning the residents or their tone with them in response to questions about where they came from. Sus. The guard exits with a warning, leaving the group to wonder what exactly is going on in Amakir. Suspicious.
Yeah, I love it. I love that, like, the guard sits down and they immediately become defensive and, like, questionable. Like, you know, not the guard, the group become immediately defensive of, like, well, why are you questioning us? Like, and then get upset when the guard is like, you're in our city. Like, why are you being so defensive? They're just like, that guard hates us.
Probably.
Like, no, they're just being a guard of a city. They're just being protective.
I would have been defensive too. No. No, they were right.
Oh, no. All right. So, over on In Extremis on Saturday, traveling about the city, our sky pirates continued to lay low. Sinister, after being contacted by one of his fellow Justicars at last, holds a brief conversation and gets a few answers. Titiana speaks with Captain Liazana about a new vision she had the night before. If their two companies continue to travel together, certain disaster lies ahead. Instead, if solely she and Akrakas travel with them, her prior vision remains true, and Titiana will succeed in finding the goods which she seeks. Brilith speaks with Wisp, Vic, and Eden regarding the perch for Carmine. Brilith later heads to the city to search for Ash, who hasn't been seen since the night before, and is perhaps just still out on the town. While waiting, Brilith discovers a wanted poster that looks a lot like a partially disguised Ashavar for 800 gold pieces and is wanted dead or alive. While Brilith alerts Liazana and is ready to burn the sign down, cooler heads prevail. A drunkard person with a wanted poster stumbles into Brilith, allowing them to turn the criminal in and ask the guards about Madame Verre, the person that looks much like Ashavar. A detective comes out to speak with them with a bushy mustache and a sharp-looking bowler hat. Elsewhere, Sinister keeps close tabs on Grundy as he fills him in on the crew's history. Ala reports in, sharing her true reasoning for seeking the ancient technology, believing she can heal the Omega Curtains and the Omega Sea. As the meeting finishes, Brilith and Liazana hold each other and share a kiss, feeling something fall on the deck from Brilith's pocket. Unfolding the note, it reads a warning from the Order of the Spectres. If they want their missing crewmate to ever see the light of day again, they'll need to accept a meeting, and will be contacted soon.
So much.
So much. So much. I feel like the kiss is a bit... I feel like it was just a hug. I feel like Dan's writing into this a bit. But, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, a very tender moment. Mm-hmm.
It's cute. It's sweet. I'm only... because it's my sister, but it's fine.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Kidding.
Yeah. So, a lot happened.
Yeah.
Brilith totally wanted to burn the sign down because the wanted poster was behind glass, so she couldn't reach it. So the only thing that she could think of was just to burn the sign down.
I mean, that would be my first reaction too. So
right.
Good job.
Mm-hmm. We didn't have Obsidian Scar this week, or for a couple of weeks. But what happened remind us what happened last time on Obsidian Scar.
What did happen?
Yeah, what did happen?
Let's see. Setting off to finally complete their mission from Commander Rory and their dragon allies, the party traversed into the uncharted waters along the west side of the Isles. On the third day at sea, a maelstrom battered the sea ward and ran it aground in a sandbank, leaving the crew to complete major repairs to the hull and masts before they could set sail again. While our heroes were getting necessary supplies from the jungle, a pack of Koalinth attacked the remaining crew and the ship. The party returned to the remains of the battle, dead barnacle people strewn across the deck.
Oh, no.
They realized quickly, however, that these were not ordinary Koalinth, and they had to quickly deal with a parasite that was inflicting many of their crew before it turned them into mindless monsters as well. The threat seemingly dealt with, the party set sail once more and made their way to the Margatas Trench, the destination they've been searching for the last month.
Yeah.
Over magic waterfalls and across a landing strip of an island, the heroes actually completed a stealthy recon mission and were able to gather the facts they needed for their allies. The giants have, in fact, unearthed a gargantuan titan of old and seem to have plans for the denizen skeleton. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Yes.
That's, it's wild.
That's what happened.
That's what happened. Yeah, I'm a little, I feel a little targeted at the actually completed a stealthy recon mission, but it's okay. It's all right. I have broad shoulders. I can take it.
You're good. I have faith.
Yeah. Well, that's all of our recaps this week, but we don't have any birthdays. The only announcement that I can think of is that I'm not sure if we've already said this on here, but I know that I put it in the announcements a couple of weeks ago, but Tower of Dreams is unfortunately on a permanent hiatus, so probably won't be coming back. But I think we still have some episodes up on YouTube if you want to rewatch some moments. But yeah, I'm also creating some little chibi stickers of the characters that will be up in the store at some point soon, as like a limited run thing. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put it in the announcements when that happens. We'll be having some more of that stuff. Also, we have our website that's up and going. We have a merch store attached to it. We have our Patreon attached to it. But that's at madbirdstreams.com if you want access to all that stuff. And we got some really cool stuff in the merch store and more to come. So super excited. Yeah. All right. That is, I think, all we have for this week. Otherwise, we'll see you in Discord. We'll see you in Twitch chats. And we'll see you next time. All right. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, welcome to another the Penumbra Assembly. I was going to say Mad Chats and Recaps. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this. Welcome to another the Penumbra Assembly, episode 4. Super excited. Welcome players. Welcome anyone in chat. You're the best. Let me see here. Now let me go ahead and read the summary for last week's episode so we can get right into it. Let's see here. Actually, let me pull up our, get a song here going. Okay. All right, sure. That'll work. All right. So last week on the Penumbra Assembly, exploring the market district, our adventurers came across a bear terrorizing some stall vendors. One vendor called out to the group, asking for their help. However, the bear seemed more hungry than frightened, gathering some fish and running back through the district and towards the city's farmland, with help from our adventurers. Seeing a few others give chase in revenge of disrupting the market, Dakos and Drexlin quickly follow after, attempting to make sure the bale makes it safe to the forest. Seeing the bear there, Dakos and Drexlin turn and have an interesting conversation with two upscale city dwellers in a boat. Lev meets them halfway after helping with the overturned market stalls and notices someone possibly tailing them. Dakos sneaks around on his broom, catching a glimpse of their face before they move away to another area of the district, supposedly. Together again, the group check in at the inn and head to the Herald for dinner, deciding to open their table to anyone in the restaurant who wants to talk to them about the city. After speaking with a lovely furbulk, an unexpected guest steps in and sits down. A city guard, one who makes it clear that they do not like the group questioning their residents or their tone with them in response to questions about where they come from. The guard exits with a warning, leaving the group to wonder what exactly is going on in the city of Amikir. Oh man, that music broke right at the right time. That was great. Oh. So let's get started with tonight's episode of the Penumbra Assembly.
Nice.
All right. So, y'all. So I think that you had just, we ended last week when you had stepped out of the Herald and were on your way back to the inn. It is getting a little bit late. It's about evening is evening is dawning. No, evening is falling. And it's getting a bit, it's getting darker outside. You can see some gas lit street lamps, you would assume, kind of lighting up the streets, giving this kind of interesting, and the city takes on a very interesting illumination because, as I mentioned before, like you have a lot of like stone and metal. You also have a lot of windows in the different buildings, and so the illumination from inside, from the candles, from inside the establishments, just kind of flows out into the streets below. A little bit of a chill in the air, but it's still pleasant outside. Yeah. What would you like to do?
We're just strolling back to the traitor in chief, correct? Through the market district.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Sure.
I think so. I don't have anything else for the day, so I'll just chill with everyone and see what
Okay.
they're up to.
Yeah, Yo is still getting his bearings a little bit, so he's going to follow everybody else.
Okay. So you make it back to let's say you make it back to the inn, the trader and the chief. You are welcomed by Jade, the tabaxi, there at the desk. Oh, good evening. Welcome back. Hopefully you had a decent time out in the city.
Yes, indeed. Hello, Jade. Yeah, it was a great recommendation for the Herald.
Good. I'm so glad. Is there anything else?
There was the one weird tiefling who bullied us, I think. Other than that, it was quite nice.
Oh, you ran into a bully? I'm so sorry. I don't like bullies.
Something that happens often here. You have people who approach other people on the street and ask what their business is and what they are doing.
Was it a city guard?
Yes, it was a city.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they don't often approach people and ask, but if there's something suspicious or, what was probably because they didn't recognize you as people in the city, because they know pretty much everyone because they do patrols and they're around. So they probably just didn't recognize you, so they were just seeing what you're about, asking some questions.
That is normal here.
Well, I mean, I guess not because we don't have that many visitors, so... but I mean, maybe they didn't recognize you, so they were just wondering where you came from.
Well, why do you have guards then?
Oh, because of the estate, for the palace, for the queen, to kind of, watch out for the city, just in case.
To guard from all the strangers that don't come?
No, to guard from if anyone that is here does anything bad. Right? Steal something. If there are any animals in the streets.
Yeah, the laughs at that one.
They take care of things. They make sure that, if people are doing bad things, that they get punished for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, even though this is a unique situation with the demi-plane, and stuff, and sort of like that, I mean, it doesn't prevent people from changing and turning to a bad side and committing crime. So yeah, I mean, guards are necessary.
Is the animal ethics, that is something you have always dealt with here?
Every once in a while they'll kind of be here in the city.
That kind of brings up a good point. What happens to people that get in trouble here?
Oh, well, there's a jail, I'm sure, somewhere. At the palace, I think. They take them to.
Is there much crime?
I mean, sometimes, people will steal something or, not really, no. A lot of the crime comes from younger people. Not children, but not adults. Not grown adults. Probably my age, not Orr's age. You'll hear, I heard that.
Are Are you a criminal?
No, I'm not a criminal.
If you weren't a criminal, if you were a criminal, you would tell me you weren't.
Let us not be city guards here. It sounds like they already have enough of those as they are.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that you had a bad experience. Was the food at the Herald good at least?
Yes, food was excellent.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Is there anything I can do for your rooms? We have I went ahead and had a tub placed in each of your rooms. So if you would like that filled with some hot water and some stones, just be sure to pull the little,
I think we were perhaps considering requesting a brief meeting with Aura. If you have a room for such things.
a brief meeting. Brief meeting what?
With
I'm sorry.
Aura. With Aura. If you
Oh!
have a conference room or a place where we can speak privately with Aura for
Sure. Let me
some 10 or
see.
15 minutes.
Okay. Would you like to do that now?
If you roll the medical, then he's available.
I have no problems with this.
Okay. I'll go and see. And she'll kind of stick on the desk and like almost exit the room, but stop and like turn and be like, "I'm really sorry if it has something to do with something that I've said."
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. And she'll kind of turn around and like, almost like do almost like a slide as she like goes around the corner and to go and find Or. I'll be right back.
Enjoy. Lots of enthusiasm. I like it. Yeah, very
Nice person.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Dacos.
And I just wanted to, I'm only doing this. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, fellow players. I think we were going to try and talk with Or briefly about. We were talking at the very end of last session, like, let's find out what's going on with the citizens here. Like, did some attack happen? Like, why are they all so fearful of strangers? And why are they afraid of the city guard so much? We were going to check with Or, I think.
Yeah, out of character, I think specifically Yava asked if there had been an attack, and the guard answered with wouldn't answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Yava at least is suspicious that there's some secret that isn't being told. So yeah, I agree with that plan.
Okay.
Before Jay comes back, a very short, burly man, about a little taller than regular, like dwarf-sized, and a female who looks a little bit more human, but is also on the shorter side, but not quite as short as the male, kind of walk out from the tavern area, the bar area, and are about ready to step out the front door when Or comes around the corner and yes, just one, and kind of points to y'all, just one moment please, and goes to the male and the female before they exit. Yes, I'm sorry, Kamut, could you...
Bless you.
The dwarf kind of just with this full beard just kind of like looks over at you, Guff, no smile on his face, and looks back at Or. Yes, is there any way that you could take care of the issue that we talked about earlier? Kamut just kind of like looks at the female and looks back. We're going to go out for a few hours. We'll be back later. Oh, okay, sure, absolutely. Thank you. As they exit and close the door. Or turns back to the group. Yes. Would you like... Jade says that you want to talk to me for a bit in private?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yes, I have an office. Jade comes back around the corner and takes her post there at the desk. And Or will start to lead you through off to kind of like down a small hallway that's kind of opposite of the tavern there off of that main foyer area, where there will be a gift shop in one door, and then he'll kind of take you past that and through another door where he'll take a key out of his pocket. There's a few keys on it, jingle and unlock the door and walk you in. Inside is a not very spacious office. The desk, takes up most of the space, but there are about 3 chairs there, along with a couple of stools against the wall opposite the desk. Or we'll kind of go around and sit down at the desk. Yes, please, so you can stand, sit, whatever makes you more comfortable. What can I, And he would have closed the door after everyone came in and before he sat down. What can I, do for you? No complaints about the establishment already, I hope.
I'll take a seat at one of the stools to keep the chairs open for anyone that wants something more comfy. Oh, I probably should not be doing the talking here, but, you seem like a rather upstanding person. A brief engagement.
Okay, yes.
We have some questions. We're noticing things in the city.
Sure.
And we want to better understand our situation here as foreigners. And we all seem to share this nasty itch, this need to help people that feel like they're perhaps in some trouble.
Sure.
But I'll trip over the words here. Trexen Giovanni, or anyone else. Would you like to ask the questions? I fear I'll stumble.
Most of the time, people ask me not to talk as much, so I will leave it to others as well.
Drexel will just briefly look over to Giovanni, just let him go first.
Giovanni's kind of staring off into space, but suddenly kind of blurts out, "Has the city been attacked since you got here?" I'm sorry. That wasn't really the right place to start. I understand that we're new here, and I don't know. I just love going to new places, and there's been so many places that I've been to that don't get visitors very often because it's the best place to see an eclipse. It was some Druid Circle. That's kind of out of the. I'm sorry, that's not important. A lot of times when I go to places that don't get a lot of visitors, they're very happy to see you. And people here aren't happy to see us. People here think we're attacking, or we're part of the attack, or we're a danger to people. Did somebody come here before do that? Is there a reason everybody's so suspicious of us? I feel like we keep asking this question, and either people just say, "Oh no, there's nothing," or they don't answer and they change the subject.
Well, have you not?
And I need you to understand, I want to help people. That's what I do, and I think that's what at least some of these people here do too. If you're in danger, if anybody's in danger, we want to help. We don't want to hurt people.
I mean, you've been. I'm sure. You've been in the city for a full day, or it seems like it, from what you've.
Hours and hours.
I mean, I'm sure that you've been told, right, that we don't get visitors here.
But so many places I go to that don't get visitors, they're so happy to see you. They want news from the rest of the world. What's happening? Nobody's asked us what's happening on the material plane since we left. Is there anything interesting you can tell us about back home? Nobody asks us. They all just want to know if we're here to cause trouble?
Well, I'm sorry that you've had that experience with the city. I don't know, friend. Maybe it's just different cultures. I mean, we've been here for around 10 years now, and, there have been an occasional new person, but they're usually sent over. It's known, right? There's no. The guards know about it. It's an approved thing. You're probably the first people that aren't an approved thing. You're the first people that we've had visitors that have nothing to do with anyone. I mean, no connections, nothing to tie you to even wanting to visit this plane. So I guess, if I'm being honest, a big question for even me is why? Why even come here? And how? Because...
What do you mean? If you had a chance to go somewhere you've never been before, wouldn't you go? I would, every time, in a heartbeat.
Yvonne, right. Yvonne, was it?
Yvonne Marigold Dancer at your service.
Yeah, or Remiz. It's a pleasure. I'll be straight with you.
Please do.
You shouldn't know about this place, right? As far as I'm aware, and maybe I don't know. Maybe something has changed in the past 10 years. We were told that access to this plane is extremely limited. That, there might be new people occasionally, but they would be approved by whoever is controlling access outside of the plane. Now, a lot of you seem, from what you're saying, don't seem to have that knowledge. I mean, people coming here know the city who's ruling, they know information already. You come here not knowing anything. And so the mystery is what's frightening. Poor Lily. The mystery is what's probably frightening people. You're like... I don't know. I mean, it's like something... They've never seen you before. They've never seen your kind in the past 10 years. People who don't have any reason to be here, really. I'm not saying you're not... I'm not saying that you're not... You shouldn't have the right to be here. But I'm saying it's extremely strange, even to... I consider myself a very welcoming person and open. Even to someone like me, it's very strange for you to be here. And it's hard for me to understand.
I guess my other question, though, because everything everybody tells us says nobody comes here without knowledge. It makes it seem as though there's no danger here. And yet, why have so many guards if there's no danger here? I mean, we saw a bear in the market And the guards didn't even help. There weren't even guards there.
Hmm.
I haven't seen the guards help people. I've seen the guards not help people. And I has only been here a day, and maybe the guards do help people, and I just don't see it. But I saw them take somebody's boat, and I saw them not help with. I didn't see them when the bear was there, and the bear made it like all the way into the middle of town. But we couldn't make it in the middle of town without having multiple guards question us. Are they really helping people, or are they really?
I think that the animal problem is a mounting problem, and I think a lot of the guards feel is out of their control. So, you know, and sometimes I've noticed guards will get to a place to help with an animal, and it's already been taken care of by the residents. Took down, or one of these, trappers or exterminators. You saw some out in the foyer earlier. They will take care of the animal, in their place. So I think that they rely more on them than doing it themselves, as far as the animals are concerned. Taking someone's boat, I don't know. I don't know what that would be.
That's great. So you have citizens who can take care of the animals all by themselves, and you never have strangers. So you don't need guards. That's great.
We still have some small crimes here and there by some of the, mostly younger crowds, sometimes some other ones as well who get bored and want to,
Ever by the guards, though?
What?
Ever crime perpetrated by the guards? Corruption. The people seem to fear the guards.
Well, shouldn't you fear people in power?
No.
Oh,
No.
that is not normal.
That answers a few questions right there, I think.
I mean,
That's a shared mindset in the city. It's ruled by fear.
I don't. No. Lady Amakir is not a lead by fear ruler. And has never shown herself so, but.
The other one?
I'm sorry?
The other one, the Lord. Did he
This
rule by
time,
fear?
man.
The one that falls, the upside down one.
Right, Lord Tepesh. No, they, as far as I could tell, it was never like that.
Insight shark.
Sure.
Sorry, if I'd have rolled as Rowan, you'd have been really mad at me. This is. Yep. This is everything I would have hoped for, a natural one. It's Giovanni at his best.
Yeah, he seems to be being truthful.
Would any of
Giovanni-
us there watching? I mean, I'll just leave it there, I guess.
Giovanni stares at Aura for a long minute. Okay, I'm very sorry. Sometimes I just get an idea in my head and I can't get it out. I hope I haven't upset you or offended you. I just want to help people, and I just want to make sure that I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Thank you for talking to us, and I hope we haven't caused any trouble for you
No.
or your inn.
No, you haven't caused any trouble at all. I mean, I've been here since the city started. I don't, they've seemed like good rulers. I don't fear the guards, but there's no reason for me to fear the guards. I run my inn. I just keep to myself. Have you encountered issues with the guards?
So we
Yeah,
get
the
them
manners.
started on the bridge. Hmm. Go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
No, that was it.
Oh,
Drexel, well, first he's just going to thank Orr for taking the time to speak with us. I think maybe the more important question. I mean, this is an isolated demi-plane off to its own, which I can see it would have its appeal for some. Um, and you said you have been here from the beginning.
Yeah.
Did everyone come from the same area in the material plane, or what? Why did you come here?
Just for the opportunity, I guess. New plane. You could escape your life back on the material plane. Not that I really had
See,
anything.
a new place. I told you, Drexel, a new place.
Certainly, but it seems like it was a new place by invitation. Was it by invitation only, or was there a general call to the populace? Anyone interested in going to the new plane of Amikir?
It was a general call, yes.
Okay. It wasn't from any. Pardon me for speculating or even thinking out loud. There wasn't any general loyalty, or like Lady Amikir suddenly said, "I've had it with the material plane. I'm going to my own plane, and people are welcome to join me." But that sort of thing. Was it just ever presented like that, or was it just, hey, this is neat, there's a new plane being created, and
What I understand, the plane was a gift by her father.
by her father, I see.
To see if she could rule, and she has.
And for the most part, it's from what I've gathered from you, people have been happy with the existence here.
Yes, so it seems. Well, friends, I have other things to get on to.
Oh, please.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Can I ask one question? I'm terribly sorry. I'll make it very brief.
Sure. Yeah.
Some of the folks in this plane have shared that they wish to leave, but that there's a substantial amount of paperwork and red tape in the way. Often, some 3 to 5 have left since the founding of the plane. What's your experience with this? Is it in fact that? Why is it made so difficult?
I guess it's just legal jargon, right? Just paperwork. I really should get to my things.
Thank you.
Yes.
Much.
Thank you for your time.
Right. If there's anything else that you want to discuss about the end, feel free to
Just
talk.
an insight check on this dude for getting all. See if he just is tired
Sure.
of the combo.
Do an
or if
insight.
he's
Do an
like-
insight check.
Okay. Thanks. Ugh, my insight's so garbage on this. 15.
Okay. Did you want me to message you privately, Dacos, or say it out loud?
You can say it out loud because I'm going to share it with everyone.
You can tell
Share.
Dacos, especially with your experience with people and other
Oh, right.
things.
I've got my thing. I can tell when people are lying too, and I can't lie myself. So
Oh, right,
too.
right. Yeah, you'll have to
Mhm.
remind me of that. So.
I have to remind myself. Too. I'm just remembering now.
So you can tell when people are lying, right?
Yeah, but in turn, I can't lie.
Okay.
I can bend the truth. I can't lie.
Oh
Oh, Ed was done. He's like, no.
no, Alec. It was Alec
I
that
like
we
that.
lost.
Oh, it's Alec. Okay,
I'm just
Ed's
done
still
in
in.
general,
He's in
but,
it.
I mean-
We need to clarify when Alec comes back. It's not Dan that can tell people are lying, because Alec got real nervous when he found out Dan could tell people are lying.
Yeah, that's sus. Yeah.
Alec's gone. I'm sorry, viewers. I'll wait a couple seconds to see if he joins in before I start doing all that mess. So, Dacos, and you want me to say this out loud, correct?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna share it. We'll keep it brief.
You can tell, you can tell that like from your conversation with Orr, most of the conversation was fairly truthful. With your additional insight roll, I'll say that he definitely was hiding towards the end.
Okay. Been asked like about people leaving.
Yeah.
That's the moment.
The people leaving, and there was something before that. There was something right before that too that someone asked. It was something that I think Drexlin was asking. About the people leaving.
Invitation.
Oh, about the invitation and the if it was invitation or if it was just an open call.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again for your time, ever so much. I'll get out.
Yes, absolutely. Enjoy your stay. Tavern's open all night. I'm sure I'll see you again. So, if I don't see you the rest of the night, have a good rest, okay?
You as well.
And he'll kind of kind of open the door, smile friendly at all of you, and then after you get to a certain, everyone gets out, he'll, and down the hall a bit, he'll close the door to the office and stay inside the office.
Okay. I'll wait till we're at a more quiet spot just to ourselves. I'll share that info if we find ourselves in that spot.
Okay. You exit out. There's a gift shop. You pass a gift shop in another room. You exit out into the foyer. You have the tavern, which is pretty busy, but you do have your rooms upstairs.
If you'll have some time, just a moment or two, well, I can share some information I gleaned during that. I have some information I'd like to share.
I
In a more
think
secluded place.
I also have some things I've noticed.
Oh. Well, should we eat and drink first, or business first, and then...
Well, you did just eat, but...
Should we eat again and drink some... Business first, then? One of our rooms, perhaps? I'll offer mine up, please.
Sounds
That's fine.
Sounds me.
Amenable.
There we go. I'll head up to my room. Let everyone in.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty cozy room. The tub is there, and you see a little golden rope if you need anything. Not small, but about medium sized. So there's room enough, a little cramped for everyone to get in, but yeah, there's enough room. Yeah.
There's lots of room for
The
you.
tub, yes. Tub could fit about maybe 2 people.
Make yourselves at home, please. Yes. We got it. And I'll close and lock up the door.
Okay.
Would you like to go first, Seema?
They don't have visitors. Why do they have a gift shop?
Indeed.
And why do they make them go through so much paperwork? If it was, I don't know. It doesn't seem important enough.
It does not.
The gift shop, not everyone lives in the city. There are people out on the farmlands. So thus the tavern and the inn. People, come for a meal, and people from the farmlands, I imagine. Or from the other districts even. There is a military district. There is the noble district.
That's true.
So not too out of place. But, yes, obviously. I can somewhat, in my mind, understand the people being protective. They live
Yes.
in relative, from what we understand, relative safety and isolation here. I mean, now obviously it seems like, and I would imagine, parents bringing their children as their children age here, they want to understand why they have to stay here and why it's so difficult to leave. So that probably causes some of the discord in the community.
That makes a good deal of sense. I'll share that I'm very keen on when people are being truthful and when they're lying. Most of the early conversation regarding the gods was truthful and seemed above suspicion. However, the moment that you brought up, Jackson, the invitation, whether or not this was invitation or open call, his mannerisms changed entirely. He's hiding something, and he got incredibly nervous. His body language shifted once again to an even more nervous vibe. When we followed up asking why it's so difficult to leave the city.
Is this place a prison? Oh, sorry.
No, that's a wonderful question.
I will give a short anecdote. Yeah. My uncle, famous trapper, once had a problem with
stripper?
rats in the village. Trapper, yes.
Trapper, sorry.
Yes. Had a problem with rats in village, and what he does is he fill bottom of barrel up part way with water and put sweet honey in this water. Then he slope inside of barrel, so it's easier to get in than get out. Does this sound familiar in any way? This is a very strange system they have coming here, where there is very little paperwork to enter, but to leave, you must go through all of these rings.
Certainly is
This is true.
a concern of the lack of being able to leave. But
Right. The ease at which they were all given access.
A
You would
literal
think it'd be
tourist
harder
trap.
to get in than out.
Yes.
Perhaps we should seek out the ne'er-do-wells and miscreants.
Yes.
Maybe they might know a little bit more.
That's an idea.
Yeah. And be less afraid of authority. I love that, Lev.
Youths who commit the crimes.
So, where do we find that?
I might have so being a rogue, do I have like thieves guild I know the usual spots to find said miscreants and ne'er-do-wells and such?
I mean, you'd probably
Brigands.
know of where that type would usually hang out,
Okay. Where can I look, Steph? DM.
I mean, just since you haven't seen the entire city yet, it makes it a little bit interesting. I mean, you would just know that in kind of darker alleys, maybe around the market area, kind of, slinking about, waiting to, so you're probably in the right district, you would think. Especially since there didn't seem to be too many guards in that area, probably.
How, sorry, this is out of character question since I wasn't
Sure.
there for it, but
Yeah.
how, fancy or secure are the docks here? Is it kind of like a sketchy dockside area, or is it like a pretty well, tightly run port?
Well, it's interesting because I don't know, but most of the city seems to be docks. Because instead of there were small streets going through the different blocks of buildings, but for the most part you get through. It seems like, at least in the parts of the city you've seen, that you get from one place to another by boat for the most part. You can walk. There are bridges, but there aren't really. It's just not very wide streets in general. So, I mean, but the docks, you haven't seen any, specific large docks, but, as far as, smaller boat docks for, the different, boat taxiing people, and the different people with boats, I mean, They seem to be well kept. It doesn't seem to be seedy or anything.
Okay.
We should probably work our way from the bottom, those that are street level, that is, hierarchy, bottom, and work our way up to there's almost always organized crime, whether it's the Thieves Guild or otherwise. There's likely to be an aristocrat or two that also has their hands in this. With more information, more connections, we can work our way up. I can take a look around the market tomorrow and see what I can find. Anyone to speak with?
Honestly, if we're gonna find someone like that, it'd probably be better tonight, right?
That makes sense to me.
I'll look longingly down where I know the bar is. Yes, I suppose so.
I mean, I'm good at seeking things out, so I can help hunt something down.
I would appreciate that. Wonderful. Yes. Anyone that wishes to come along.
All right. I think we're good. It was a decent 3, 2, 1. Come on.
No.
Glad to be back, though. Yay!
Glad to be back. Sorry if we have any viewers. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, we're here. Stephanie's just having some computer issues because that's just norm. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we're having your conversation. And it just cut out on you.
Right.
You were talking about maybe finding...
In the dark.
Yeah.
Doing some dark work, as they say.
I am ready when you are. Shall we go now and perhaps get back before the bar closes?
Drexel will sort of beg off and say, that's probably best left to you, and plus my presence might be a deterrent for you mingling with such types.
I am not very sneaky, but I can spot a thief in a crowd, so I don't mind joining.
I hope you don't laugh, but I want to go look at the stars, and there might be something I can learn from.
Laugh at such a thing? Never.
Never. Pursuit of knowledge? Never.
Okay.
Let us know if you find anything interesting.
Well.
Lovely. Lev, will you be coming along with us?
I'd love to come along with you, but before I do, Yava, here's he breaks out a coin and rips out a sheet of paper from one of his books. This is a coin from the material plane, and I remembered that you were able to get a coin from I think one of the Fairbolgs that we met here earlier. Do you mind flipping the two of these and just kind of tracking how many times it lands tails or heads on each one? This would really help me out with my research.
Oh, I see. That's so interesting. Lev takes it and carefully puts it in one of his pouches, and I go to look at the stars first. Oh, but I'll flip.
There's no rush.
Okay. Yes. That's a very good idea. Thank you. I'm very excited about this. I will do that.
No, thank you. All right, ready when you all are.
I'm ready.
Oh, lovely. Well, let's. I might have to. If you turn around and I'm not there, I'll be back shortly. If I'm in any trouble, I'll simply scream. Off we go.
Frightening, but okay.
Yep.
Drexel will retire to his room and pull the rope to take a bath.
Okay. All right. A seeming female human will come to the room with some hot stones and some water, and we'll get that drawn for you. And then leave.
Thank you.
Just in case
Yeah.
I wasn't clear.
Stand there awkwardly.
Right. And she'll just tell you that, whenever you're ready for it to be, like, taken out, just to ring again whenever you're done, and they'll clear it away for you.
Will do.
Excellent.
Then I will,
Okay, yeah.
I'll tip her a gold.
Oh, thank you so much. And she'll head out. Anything else you'd like to do before you go to bed, Drexel?
I probably won't go to bed right away.
Okay.
He'll wait up just in case there's a commotion.
Okay, that sounds
I don't
fine.
know what he's worried about.
Yeah, what possibly could you be worried about?
With our group?
Yeah, with this group? It's fine. All right, I am
More likely
just-
waiting for the guards to come for him because the rest of the group got arrested.
Nice. What? Yeah.
Okay. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm just bringing up my maps and stuff here.
Nice.
Okay. Alrighty. So the rest of you, everyone else is heading out for the night?
Yep, we're gonna
Out into the
walk
night.
about the merchant
Okay.
square board
Alright.
here and see if we can spot any brigands, anyone that might be on the thieving side of things. Get
Okay.
some info.
Yeah, it is nighttime. But it's still not too late. Your conversation with Orr didn't go on for too long. But so you still see some people on the streets here and there, just kind of walking to different shops or restaurants or taverns. Especially when you get to the more busier market area. There are some little tents out. Some of the shops are still open, but seem like that they're about ready to close up unless they're, of course, have like drinks or something. But you do see kind of like a night market out in one part of the area. Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually gonna, while holding some conversation with my friends here,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be using thieves' cant gestures in case there's any other thieves guild folks. Just saying, with the gestures, need information, we'll pay.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say that you're kind of talking amongst yourselves for a bit. While that's happening, does anyone else want to be doing anything while you just enter into the market, the busier market area? You have some little alleys kind of shooting off, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for the most part. Just anytime we see any alley, I'm very subtly trying to look down it.
Okay.
Make sure we're not getting ambushed. Not that I think we'll get ambushed. But...
Make a perception check. Zenith.
See how the pride dice treat me? Not well. That's
Oh.
a 7.
No.
That's homophobic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right?
being very
Right, talk
The
homophobic.
manufacturers, yeah.
Yeah, you don't, you might see occasionally someone like in the alleys, but they don't seem very suspicious or anything. So you don't really notice anything like out of the ordinary for like an outside market district in a city. Dakos. Anyone else have anything they want to do as soon as you enter in this area? Okay. Dakos, it's a couple of minutes pass by, and you kind of start to think maybe there's just no one around, and your eye kind of catches a glance of someone kind of peeking out of an alley with a cloak over them. Little bit of fair skin peeking out, and will just kind of catch your eye, and then just kind of turn and just kind of step into the alley. Give you a little bit of thieves' camp back of that they're willing to talk.
Step into their office. Is this the glimpse I get remind me at all of the person that was trailing us?
No.
Okay. I'll lean in to my friends that are here. Well, there's an individual of whatever the local thieves guild is, willing to speak with us in the alleyway. 9 times out of 10, they're relatively on the up and up. But that other 1 out of 10 times, they get a little froggy. So be prepared in case there's any trouble, in case they leave. I'll step in first.
Okay.
Walk around the corner.
You step into the alley. It's a very narrow. It's a pretty narrow, but you can get probably about 2 people standing side by side. And she is standing halfway down the alley, just kind of by some boxes and stuff, and is just kind of leaning against the wall.
Robe of eyes, 100%. So I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Right.
I can see invisible people and objects.
Sure.
And
You
all
don't
that
see
good
anything
stuff.
invisible,
Okay.
but you can. This person is definitely mostly covered by this large brown cloak, very plain looking. But you see that kind of fair skin kind of peeking out, as well as her hands as well are very fair.
Okay. I'll walk up in my cloak. Hello. Good evening. Thank you for opening your shop to us. Yes. No, that's not going to work tonight.
Right. Is there something that you need?
Yes. We can't get any straight answers from townsfolk, but we're looking for 2 answers to 2 questions. The first, this secluded plane. What are its origins? We're asking people if it was invitation only, or if it was just an open call, and they were lying through their teeth. We'd love to know what the story is. Were they fancy aristocrats that were brought in? Was it invitation only? Prisoners, perhaps? What's the true origin? That, and why did they make it so difficult to leave? And I'm willing to pay. We'll make sure I got the money. Oh yeah, we got a shit ton. I mean a lot. I'm willing to pay 15 gold for each answer, if you can answer well and truthfully. That's a month's income, I imagine, judging by the place here.
Take us make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion is 0. What?
Oh
11.
no.
No.
Okay.
I'm not used to that. Okay.
Make it 35 gold.
All right. Yes. I'll count out 35 and put it in a small little pouch. It's here. Again, I'll give you 10 up front and the other 25 if the answers are good and truthful.
She starts to like reach her hand out to take it, what you're offering right now, but the gold. Sorry. And well, stop. You don't look like a thief.
What does a thief look like?
Well, not like him. But I'll take your gold and I'll take your offer.
Well, and I'm going to just take a half a step in to get a little bit closer and try and do some redirection and see if I can swipe something off of her. Well, of course, it's, and I kind of gesture and make some kind of like eye grab and try and pull something out.
Okay.
Just
Make a sleight of hand check.
that Tagos can do. Fuck yeah. I mean, yay. Hooray. Sorry, I rolled a 19 and I have a +9, so 28.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You barely beat her. But
Oh, fellow rogue. Nice.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
clumsy you.
you managed to grab an
Yes.
apple out of her back.
Okay. Clumsy you. You seem to have dropped this apple. Here, there you are.
Thank you. Crowned one. Put it in her bag. Okay. Well, what do you, kind of waving the gold that she got from you? What do you need to know exactly?
Those two questions answered, please. What are the origins of everyone coming to this place? Invitation only? Is it intended as a prison? Was it a punishment? Was it for the wealthy only? What are the origins? And why is it so difficult to leave?
You're from here, apparently. New to the city?
Indeed.
Well, unlike most, I wasn't raised up with a false pretension of what this is about, I guess.
Oh, what do you tell?
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you know? Do you know that the plane was a gift to Lady Amikir?
Yes.
Okay.
We've been told it was to see if she could rule. A gift from her father. A test.
Yes.
In which she supposedly succeeded.
That's true. But probably what you haven't heard is that, well, and you can believe me or not believe me, but, your answer is kind of, the two questions you're asking kind of have the same answer, in a way.
I love it when that happens.
How do I put this? Well, there was a call. There was an open calling of people who wanted to experience a new plane. And be aware, like, of course, I'm very young, as you can tell. But my parents aren't as jaded, or a little bit more jaded than some of the other people living here. And they weren't, didn't withhold the information that, I'm sorry, it's a little hard for me to say because we're not supposed to. But
I see.
for the gold. Most of my parents and their, peers, I guess, the other people who came to the plane. I, of course, came with my parents, but we, we're kind of paid to do so. I think you'll find that I would say most, if not all, of the families here receive a stipend to a payment to be here. Someone comes around the house every couple of weeks, probably, maybe once a month, and pays them and leaves, and does so throughout the entire city.
Someone from the royal family? Or...
I believe it's all orchestrated by her father.
I see. And the reason there are some that of this next of your generation that wish to leave and just simply almost not allowed to. I understand only 4 or 5 in the past 10 years have left.
Well, if people knew a secret that you didn't want out, would you let them out of the cage that you have them in?
Are they worried? And for your generation that doesn't know the secret, are they worried that they just don't want anyone to know about this plane on the Prime? And that's why they don't let that generation leave?
That is a good question. I don't know. I just know that it's difficult. I've known people who have tried to get out, and, you know, paperwork has fallen through, and they haven't been able to.
Sorry, a quick DM question. Have they lied at all yet?
Nope.
Okay. Kitty cat. I'll look at, Zenith and Yo and Lev. Now that's money, right? Always money.
Yes. I believe I may have already said this, but I believe it all comes from her father, Lady Amicur's father.
Do you know his name? The father?
Oh, Lord Colin.
Lord Colin.
Colin, it's C-U-L, C-E-L-L-A-N.
C-E-L-L
A-M.
A-N?
M.
M.
Mm-hmm.
Callum, okay. If you have any other information that I haven't asked, but is in that ballpark that you wish to share, I'll throw in another 15 gold pieces, if it's fruitful.
I don't really know what else to share with you.
Fair enough.
That's... I guess... Oh, it's so magical. I don't know what that is. It's, I guess we're strictly told, if we ever speak to the Queen, to not let her know.
Oh. No, pour another 15 gold into the little pouch and cinch it up. Now that's useful.
She'll kind of give like a slight bow.
That's useful.
Yes, apparently certain things are being hid from her. I have met at least one person who wants to tell her, but find a way. And I believe that they're trying to find more. Well, she calls herself the Whisper. A little traumatic,
The Whisper? But it sounds fantastic, doesn't it?
Yes.
The Whisper.
She's very spirited, very fiery. I'm a bit jaded to join in her revelry, but I believe that she is actively looking for a way to let the Queen know, as she thinks it might change something. I don't know.
Oh. Do you know how we can get in touch with them for another 10 gold?
I usually just bump into her. She stays hidden in the streets. I don't really know of a way to call her. No, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, what does she look like? Any distinguishing features, that is?
Oh, yes. She has this kind of sepia tone skin. She describes the hood that she wears.
I believe we've already met then. Thank you. apparently.
Oh, you've already met the Whisper then.
More or less. Do any of you have questions while we have this very courageous individual here sharing freely with us?
No?
No?
Covered all the
Oh,
bases for
maybe
me,
for
Dakos.
Well, let me let you get out of here so you're not
Thank you.
seen with us for too long. Here's the additional gold, and I'll put that in another 5 for your bravery in sharing this information. I know that's not always easy in these circumstances,
Thank you.
and I want to show that it's pretty. Might I ask either your name or moniker that you use in case I have more gold to spend?
Oh, yes, absolutely. My name is Hannah.
Oh, that's a lovely name, Hannah. Thank you. Please, on your way. Thank you again so much, and I won't say a word about our meeting.
What meeting?
That is probably wise. I do know a lot of people. So yes. That's good.
Farewell then, Hannah. Thank you again.
Yes. And she will just kind of like casually walk out where she came in and just kind of almost blend in with the crowd that
Okay.
seems to be dissipating a little bit out in the market area.
Okay. We'll maybe head out the other way. We should
Okay.
go out this way then. And back to the tavern, everyone. Is it time? For drinks.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Oh, lovely, good.
Okay.
I should mention that I've actually, well, as you overheard, Lev, the other day, earlier today, when I disappeared for a bit, there had been a person following us. And I tracked them down as carefully as I could, and the person that I discovered following us is indeed the Whisper.
Curious.
Yes. It sounds like they have all the information and might be more willing to share with us and coordinate.
I don't suppose you exchange contact information? Some way to find them again?
No, I was hiding on a roof and tapping a broom around to see their face. So I met them. But I can keep an eye out for them the next time I see them. Make more direct introduction.
if we ask around enough, they'll probably show themselves
It's a
just to
good
see
bet.
why we keep asking.
Yes, I like that.
I would imagine that's true. Though maybe they're the sort to stab first, ask questions later.
I doubt they can get anything over on us.
I like that confidence.
Alternatively, we can make the guards earn their keep. This person seems already likely to be wanted by the guards if we file a report.
Oh. Yes. They might be slightly less willing to help, but
Yeah.
we'll get their attention.
Ah,
Maybe we can bail them out and be the heroes.
I have no desire to do the guards here any favors, personally speaking.
Yes. Oh, gods. Ugh.
Okay. So you're heading back to the inn?
Mhm.
All right. So you only have to walk like 3 blocks in order to get to the inn. Get there with you pass some people in the street. Lights are starting to go off in some various shops. And get there. You have the tavern still open. As far as patronage, is booming. In the tavern.
Exciting. Okay. I'm gonna head right up to the bar. Actually, if I see either Emma For Jade, I'm just going to ask them to pass a message along to Drexlin and Yava and let them know that we've returned and we're having drinks if they want to join. But no pressure.
To pass on a note to who?
Either Jade or Emma.
Right, to pass on a note to...
To Drexlin and Yavani.
Okay.
That we returned, and if they want to have drinks, we're having some.
Okay. All right.
But no pressure.
I'll say that you see Emma having a drink in the corner. She'll first say that it's her, she's off, but she'll pass on the note if she sees them.
Thank you, Emma.
Oh, of course. Takes another drink. Which reminds me, Yavani, so sorry. I forgot that you weren't with the group. What was Yavani up to?
I believe Giovanni had some kind of a balcony or ability to see the sky from his room.
Yes.
And Giovanni has heard that there are fixed stars that don't rotate with the rest of the skies. So Giovanni having a good understanding of what the sky looks like in the material plane will be very keen to be observing the differences and possibly trying to record them.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. You look up at the night sky. As the librarian, the bookkeeper was telling you before, you don't see the constellations moving. They seem to be pretty static, which is, like you don't see any change in them. And everything looks familiar from the material plane except a few different colors, like the librarian was talking about. A little dot here and there, blue, red, purple.
Okay. Giovanni will look for a pattern or a constellation that they make sense, but he'll also be like just kind of writing them down into some kind of a star chart. I mean, obviously Giovanni has the ability to create a magical one. He's not going there, but
sure, probably
something similar.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd see one that you know of as the harp constellation, as well as the sword and the dagger. Maybe the beginnings of another kind of peeking up from the sky, but it's not really the right time to see all of that one. How long are you standing out here and watching?
I mean, we're talking about Giovanni probably most of the night.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so you kind of get comfortable there on the balcony. There's some extra little pillows and stuff if you want, in your room. You get comfy out there. Balcony's big enough for you to kind of like stretch out if you want to. Yeah, there's not... the sky seems familiar, but not... but different, like it just seems... It's almost like if you would see someone, like a painting that an artist has done, and then you would see a copy made by like just another artist. Like it's missing a life, it just seems like a copy. And I would say that you would be able to kind of notice that and feel that with the studies that you've done.
Okay, Giovanni's going to spend a lot of time just looking at it, but he'll probably be perhaps huddled up in a corner under a blanket, and he'll be just feeling very disquieted.
Okay.
If there's a knock on his door to go downstairs, he'll probably ignore it or not fully pay attention. But that's Giovanni's evening. Okay.
Yeah. I would say that after receiving the note from Dacos, and after finishing her beer, of course, Dacos and the rest of you would see Emma kind of leave her table. If she catches your eye, Dacos will kind of like wave the note a bit and start heading towards, heading up the stairs in the foyer. You would hear you would hear a knock at your door, Giovanni, but you said that you're just sitting through it. you would hear a knock on your door, Drexlin, and as soon as you, even before you can answer it, just a note slides under. And she's like, housekeeping, just a note for you. And will probably a little too loud for as late as it is. And yeah, you'll hear kind of footsteps retreating. So, and the note will just say, "What did you write down something, Dick, or should I just tell her just to give them a note?"
I just asked her to repeat the message.
Oh,
If
okay.
she wants to write it or speak it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
On the note is just your friends are downstairs in the tavern. Emma.
Emma.
Probably also with like a little note. If you need anything, just pull the rope.
Drexel will pick up the note, read it. Well, that's a relief. Maybe. And gather himself together and head down.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll say that I will say that as you head down, you see the others kind of sitting in the bar getting their drinks. That we'll go ahead and take our bio break here. For those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. So stay tuned or go and grab something, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right. Later.
Nice.
Well, once I do I not? There we are. Okay. Let me get some music so it's just not quiet.
Gold removed from my inventory.
Man, yeah. Way to
Just
go.
splashing money all around.
Just splashing
we
it.
got it right. Like,
But hey, yeah, you got some interesting information.
Yeah, it's exciting. Gives us some leads. Very cool. Oh no, Emma, that's all I can think of. The condensation, what the heck is that show though? The whatever island, like Mako Island, and
H2O.
Emma, right? The condensation, yeah. It's like here's so
I
much
know
on TikTok.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Imagine living that. That show
Oh.
was my life.
Oh, that's so great.
Be a preteen in like 2008 was incredible.
Nice. Oh, that's so awesome. All right, I am going to do focus snacks. Okay. All right.
Why aren't you playing? Why is Spotify just shitting on me right now? That's so weird. Huh. Spotify? Spotify? That's so funny. Huh. Okay, fine, be that way. Okay, well, I'm not gonna... Maybe I'm just not... Maybe it's playing through something else. I don't know what that would be. Okay, alright. Uh-oh.
Oh,
No, okay. Y'all are being really quiet. I was like, oh no, my headphones aren't working now.
we're intently focused.
Very intently focused.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So weird. Okay. All right. Sorry, viewers, we don't have any music tonight. Spotify has decided that it just does not, even though I stopped it and restarted it, it just does not want to work. So we shall be musicless. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it in 3, 2, 1. Here we are. Okay. So everyone, so Drexlin, you enter into the tavern.
Mhm.
You see everyone kind of sitting down, except for Yavani, of course. The only one that you notice missing. Yeah. Anything that y'all want to do in the tavern or talk about?
Just drinking and waving anyone over to the bar or table, whatever I have.
You would see I would say probably just him singular. You would see the dwarfish looking man, dwarven looking man, with this kind of like brown beard, very full brown beard, enter in that you saw earlier exit when you were waiting for Orr. He'll come in, get a drink from the bar, and just kind of sit down on a bar stool.
Give him a wave.
He currently has his back to you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
give him a little bit.
Like, it didn't even have to be that way. So it's extra funny to me that you're like,
Right.
this is back to you. What?
Well, the way that the bar is set up, like the tables are behind, the bar's facing that way. So
Drexel will walk up, see Joe wave, and start to look at the guy with his back to him, like. sort
oh
of
yeah.
Give it a
He's-
second look at it, like, all right, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and sit down. So how was the
Oh,
fish?
excellent.
How was the expedition?
We caught a big one. And I'll regale you with the tale of what happened and the info we got. So
Interesting.
Paid. Yes, you were onto something. In a hushed
Somebody
voice.
very much wants people to come here and stay here. Maybe it is just a father who wants his daughter to succeed. Maybe there's something stranger going on.
Could
That's
be
true.
doting father. Anybody know who her father is?
Yes. Lord. Right, not colon. Lord Pelham. Cellam, I believe, if I had to guess.
Okay. Does that name ring a bell?
Dacos, make a history check. Dacos.
Wait, Drexel? Or
Nope, Dacos. I should have had you roll one earlier, but I wasn't thinking.
No problem. 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. Dacos, this name sounds vaguely familiar to you.
Okay.
I'm going to private message you this because whether you want, I'm not sure how much of this you are wanting out.
Oh,
but
thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
No way. Specifically, I know. Yeah, I guess I just have the last name, huh? Lord. Well. I can't place where I've heard that name before, but I've heard it. And it was not with chaotic connotations in my mind. not necessarily bad or good, but a lot of wealth and power and chaotic.
Interesting.
Can't quite place it.
What an interesting dilemma.
Don't usually think of nobility as being the chaotic types. Usually they are very, the term highty-tighty.
Some are. I would imagine that some, you reach a certain level and status and wealth, get bored with normal life, and you go a little off kilter.
I suppose so.
Spot on. Jackson, spot on.
But what do we do about this? I don't think, well, is there something to be done? I think we've actually, come to think of it, achieved most of our goal, except for maybe tracking down the artifact.
Yeah, that was the main one, I think.
Yeah.
I
But
was
we've you know, thanks to you, we've on your expedition tonight, we've gotten a lot of valuable intelligence for our benefactor.
It is very true.
We made quite a team, don't we? And I'll raise a glass if anyone's drinking, possibly. I was considering, Drexen, perhaps trying to engage with the Whisper.
Who is the Whisper?
That is a person that wishes to tell Lady Amakia about this situation. Also, if you recall earlier today, I disappeared for a touch.
Yes.
Someone was following us. I took a gander. Based on the description I got tonight, the person following us earlier is the Whisper. Also the person who wants to inform Lady Amakia about the true nature of this damning thing. Might have a few more answers, maybe even know something about the artifact.
That is very interesting indeed.
Well done. But I guess, well, seems like they've already taken an interest in us. Probably let them make the next move, I suppose. We probably bring a lot of little suspicion upon ourselves if we start asking around about this Whisperer.
Yes, but I don't know. I never got many dances by waiting for the other person to ask me. You know what I mean?
It's one way to look at it.
Yes.
Perhaps suspicion is what we need.
A bit of notoriety might go far trying to contact someone in the underworld.
Well, I think perhaps tomorrow I'll take a peek around to try and gather the interest or the attention of the Whisper. See if we can set up more of a personal interaction, face to face.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know if it would behoove us to. I don't know if the guards or the constabulary force here has any need for folks like us, adventurers, to handle any tasks, anything to raise our esteem with the Queen, or if it'd be worth it.
I could certainly, while you're going down the one path to try to find the Whisperer, I could probably approach the guards and see if they have any use for us, and try to see what I could find out with them. I'm sure they're of the same mind, that they're just doing their job and getting paid to stay here like everyone else. So I'm sure that explains a lot. I mean, there's probably some tension under underneath it all, those who are happy to stay here and get paid for just merely being here, and those who want to leave. That's probably a lot, but at least the person to person tension. Now, this whole wildlife thing is rather interesting.
Yes,
It-
that is the one peg I am not able to fit into any hole yet. I don't understand how that fits into the situation.
Right. I
I'll
wonder
ask about
how.
that. Yeah.
Yes. I have to question how legal or how acceptable it was to create this plane in the first place if they don't want anyone to leave too.
That is a great question.
Mm.
Well, he's
Perhaps
probably
we ask
very. It sounds like he's very powerful, so he probably didn't ask permission.
Mm.
Who would you ask?
Very true. Right.
would you ask?
Right. Well, perhaps some of these notes we can share in our back and forth, our two-way notebook. See if our patron has any information to offer on that.
Yes.
Lord Cullen and such.
Good idea.
Mm.
Friend Liv, I am not magical. What is the level of talent required to create a plane this large?
Is that for Lev? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry for
Mm.
that.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, what? Like, how much talent would it take to make a demi-plane this big? I guess.
I don't think just one person can do this. This seems like the work of maybe a group of people. I mean, one doesn't just, plant a bean and all of a sudden in the morning a demi-plane grows.
My point being, we might be putting our foot into a situation that we are out of depth. This is powerful horses. Don't get me wrong. I love putting my foot in situation where we are out of depth. That is most exciting part of life. When you don't know what's happening or what will happen. But perhaps wariness.
I think you're right, Joe, especially because it seems like they just made another demi-plane. Seems like they could do these at will, almost, and it doesn't seem that difficult for them.
No, indeed not.
I wonder if there's any connection with Lady Amakia's husband and her father. Was this an arranged situation? Animosity from the get-go? And if so, what did the king of this land, get for it? And are there consequences to them creating this?
Another excellent question. I have no answer for.
Yeah.
We can always look for the answer at the bottom of our cups. No, not in this one. Perhaps the next.
But at the very least, let's keep our benefactors informed. And yeah, I don't think we should be charging in anywhere, making accusations. That'll just get us arrested.
Of course, of course. I would also. Oh, go ahead.
Good, please, yo. Go for it.
Okay, fine. I would also like to, if we have the time, I would like to look into this animal situation. Perhaps I make some inquiries after this group. I have always found the most unconnected threads often connect in ways you would not expect.
Wise. That's wise. I think that's a wonderful idea, yo. Sure. Yes, Jackson. Just a personal question, if you don't mind. Um, I feel like if you ever served in the military, you have a very tactical sense about you. I'm just curious, getting to know my traveling companions better.
The military? No. More of my paladin training probably coming through. Maintaining, you know.
And do you have a symbol on your person that I would be able to see, or?
The symbol for my clan would be 3 green gems over my right eyelid.
Oh, damn. Okay. Is that is there a deity you serve, or does it have something to do with the gems?
The gems are mostly for my clan.
Oh.
And my hold on, the deity. Da, 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 da. Hold on, trying to read.
No worries. Oh.
It's like you put it down and then you never think about it again. It's like you make a decision. Where is it? Oh, of course. It's right there in front of me. Bahamut. Bahamut?
Oh. Yes, yes. So the Grand Dragon there. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Several heads, maybe, perhaps?
Isn't that
I
the
can't
bad
recall.
dragon? Is the lots of heads the mean one?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So hopefully not that one. That's
Mostly known as the god of justice and
that fit. I understand you better now. Excellent.
yes.
It does not sound like the mini head one, yes.
So
No,
yes.
it does not. Well, thank you for sharing.
Oh, no problem.
Very
I try to
admirable
keep
trait.
everything an open book,
Hmm.
less to avoid surprises later on.
And what about you, Dekos? What was it you did before you decided to start journeying to other worlds to make a bit of money, honestly?
Oh, what portion of that tale to share tonight? Let's
Tell us
see.
a story about the Feywild.
Oh, I haven't been there in some time. 11 years, perhaps, or so. I just have so many complex emotions when it comes to the Feywild. I can speak to the past 11 years I've spent here on the Prime, traveling, just looking to explore new cultures, new places, better understand people, and have new experiences. Yes, even if they're dour, new experiences. Yes, I'll share perhaps one day. So, the grand ups and downs from the Feywild. It's a beautiful place.
Seek out that
truly
which is unfamiliar is very noble.
Oh, it's a
You
beautiful
seem
place.
to have a knack for feeling people out for their straightforwardness or something like that. Or am I just imagining that?
No, you're on this. Very insightful. I do have a knack for telling when people are lying.
Interesting.
It's sort of just something I've always had. I can tell when people are lying generally, but in turn, I don't lie. I can dance around the truth. I can bend it, but I cannot break it. I cannot lie. Lest I lose this talent altogether.
Oh, that's interesting. That's
Hmm.
quite a dilemma.
Oh, it is. So far, the fruits have outweighed the the labors, but
Certainly.
mm,
Zenith, Lev, do you think we should, how we think about proceeding?
You all are much more versed on this sort of thing than I am, so I'll follow your lead for this.
That is a very frightening thought.
I'm good at subterfuge
Mm.
when hunting and when tracking. I'm not good when talking to people.
That
Seems
is okay.
nothing- Yeah.
Me either. I have been told I often too blunt, I think is the term.
Mm. Your tracking skills are quite remarkable, Zenith. Back at the church there, have you were you raised in that sort of training? Feels like you have 3 lifetimes worth.
Yeah, my clan, that's sort of their specialty. The part of the Underdark that we're from, it's invaded by aberrations and the like, a
Oh,
decent
no.
amount. So
Hmm.
no, it's fine. We learn we take care of ourselves. So
Good. I hope you haven't suffered too greatly for the attacks.
oh no, it's just another day for us, really.
Oh, I see. Glad to have you with us then.
So what exactly are we doing then?
Well, tomorrow I plan on asking around after these animal attacks, and it sounds as if Vekos is going to do a bit of hunting for a mysterious figure who does not want to be found.
Yes.
I'll
Alright.
approach the guards, make some inquiries about our status when meeting with Lady Anik here, and maybe smooth over some ruffled feathers if there's any about our presence. Which, learning what we've learned, it'll help gather my questions.
I see. Lev, might I ask? I really, you're very academic. Do you have?
Give it
Is there anything that's here that we can incorporate into what we're doing that'll help with your studies? I've heard you speak of your studies. Could I ask what it is you're studying?
Oh yeah. I'm a divination wizard, and I just kind of focus on probabilities and things like that. Luck. Things of that nature.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, I have a lot to work on for my dissertation, so doing all the research I can here.
Lovely. Do you have any tasks that we can fold in that might be able to assist you further with that?
Yava was working on that thing for me earlier. I'll keep an eye out for some other things that we could work on as a group, if you don't mind.
Please.
I appreciate the offer. Thank you.
Of course. Well, I think I'm going to turn in for the night, if that's all right, everyone.
I will allow this, yes. I think that's quite
Thank you, Yo. Quite a memorable day. Plenty of new experiences, certainly. So thank you all very much. I've opened a tab, so stay, drink, eat, whatever you wish to do to your heart's content. And I'll see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Faith, watch over you all.
Alright. For those exiting the tavern part of the inn to head upstairs to your rooms, as you're exiting the tavern part, you'll pass a very pale-looking dwarf with long brown hair coming in and sitting down at one of the tables. The dwarf is still, that came in earlier, is still at the bar. But yeah. Anyone doing anything else besides turning in for the night? Okay.
Except, when he gets up, Drexel, when he gets up to his room, he will, write the journal.
Okay.
Very matter of fact, almost like, just short, brief, almost, I was going to say, almost police report like.
When you
Nice.
open up your journal, Drexlin, you'll see a response kind of written out in very kind of loopy handwriting, cursive. This is very interesting. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice.
And yeah, okay. That's it. All right. So everyone sleeps well tonight. No issues. You're awake tomorrow morning. No, everyone wakes up. And if you're interested, there's some complimentary, like very small arrangement of breakfast down in the tavern. You have a few of the people from the night before that are in there. Let me see. Okay, yeah, you have the male dwarf from the night before that is there getting some breakfast with the female that he was with yesterday evening. And they sit down at a table together. Other than that, it's not that crowded. But anyone want to do anything before you head out on your own direction?
Lev definitely wants to grab some porridge. If there's some available.
Yeah, and it's actually very good porridge. It looks they have some little bins of toppings there as well that you can put. Yeah.
So maybe some brown sugar and berries if they're available.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're dried. It's dried fruit, but yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So what Lev is going to do is he's going to start munching on the porridge, so he gets like a big mouthful of it. He has sending prepared. He is going to bring the guard from the other day into memory.
Okay.
And then message him with sending. He's going to say moist 25 times with a mouthful of porridge. That's all.
What is that? Oh, man.
I'll mark off my spell slot.
It's sending, right? So they can respond.
I can answer in a manner immediately. Yep.
You'll hear kind of a moment of hesitation after you finish. Who is this? Who are you? If I find out who, it'll just kind of trail off.
I love that.
Good job. You pissed off the guard some more. Perfect. They don't know. I mean, they couldn't tell it was you.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
now.
gonna be mad anyway.
All right. So, Yvonne, what are you doing this morning? I mean, after like you get breakfast and things, of course.
I'm trying to remember. Did Giovanni actually buy a book from the bookstore?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. I think Giovanni will be down early for breakfast, but we'll have kind of just a drawing he's made of the night sky, and he's just kind of like absorbed in it while he's kind of picking away at his breakfast. With that kind of knowledge that he always seems to have of, he looks like he's completely absorbed with something, but he's aware that people come and join him over time, and maybe even kind of grunts a hello to them, but seems pretty absorbed in just this one picture.
Yeah, Yo will join and just kind of lean over and try to see what he's looking at.
Okay. Anything else, Giovanni?
Yeah, not at the moment.
Okay.
Sorry, still thinking it through.
What about for Love? What's Love doing this morning after breakfast? After messaging the guard.
Love will probably, he'll probably follow Drexlin to his thing. Check the.
Check the what? Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Great.
Oh
While
no.
we're waiting, I hope Lev does not have a distinctive chew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No danger there.
And Drexlin, what are you doing after breakfast?
After he would have requested a hearty breakfast, eggs, sausage, the whole
Mm-hmm.
9 yards.
Yeah.
He'll sort of make his way towards, I guess, the Palace District.
Okay.
Just observing and looking for, as he approaches the Palace District, look for someone who looks like they are more of more than just a standing guard. Someone who's has an official duty to, at the palace.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll say that once you, because you're not too far from it, I don't think. Well, you're down here, so you'd probably are you walking or are you taking one of the boat taxis?
You know what? Probably taking a boat taxi.
Okay. All right. So just take like probably a gold out of your monies.
Okay.
And without, unless you wanted to do anything with the, or ask anything with the boat taxi person. I guess, are you using Zephyr or using Here to There? Here to There is what y'all used before. You'd also have Zephyr available, who seems to be like like you have it's not the same person with Here to There, but with the Zephyr you have a very interesting masked individual at the helm with a very colorful cloak on with a mask on their face.
All right, we'll give that a shot.
Didn't we end up using Zephyr because
Yeah,
there was overlooked?
yeah, with the cat. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it
cool.
Here
I was
to
just making
There
sure.
then? Let me see. Oh, wait a
I
minute.
think Here to There was being commandeered by the guards.
Then
to
Here,
deliver goods.
okay, so Here to There is the one with the masked individual. Zephyr
Okay.
one is just a humanoid person, unmasked, looks normal. Okay, so yeah, you take the boat taxi to the palace. You do notice that you pass. I would say that they'd probably take the large canal into the palace, into that the royal district. You do pass a military grounds, a pretty substantially large military grounds, very girthy. I have to, and
Cross that off.
you, bingo. You pass the military grounds. You on your right, on your left, you pass something that looks like, and you see a banner that says Royal Library, and that's right there close to the estate, to the palace. As you get closer, now, and I'm sure that your taxi person will, say that there's a place to. Well, they'll actually, if you take if you take Here to There, they'll actually write down this because and they don't say it to you, but they'll write down the question of where you want to dock at the palace. You do see that there's a dock right there at the palace. There's like a huge concrete area or stone area. Or you can dock at several other places along in that same district. You have the library is an option. With the Grand Theater Square, around the Bird Palace, or around the Royal Academy, or around the Royal Gardens, or the palace itself.
I would guess the big concrete area where, it's sort
Right
of
there
like
at the
where
palace.
Yeah, where everyone gathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you were let off there at like a small little dock. You head up. It looks like it's very interesting, Drexlin. Like there seems to be that you've noticed in kind of coming up this way. There seems to be a large kind of bridge that seems to have boats traveling on it that's suspended in the air. That seems to go from directly to the palace to the farmlands. Um, and besides that, where you're getting off at, and you kind of get a little bit closer to the palace area, to the estate, which has this very, has the tall spires on it. You notice that there's this kind of large stone platform that you have to kind of walk up on that has these two large stone thrones on it. Um, but you'll also notice that currently it seems like that they're decorating everything. Like there are streamers, there are all these different things, setting up. They're putting up signs for the Festival of Balance. And you would have noticed in traveling here that there were some waterways that were completely blocked for this festival. Yeah, you would see it kind of funnels in after these two stone thrones. It funnels in to kind of like get admission or go into the palace area, and there are 3 guards standing there. Yeah, and actually there's 2 guards standing there. Sorry.
Okay, I'll approach toss a coin, the right guard.
Okay. All right.
Good morning. It seems quite a buzz here. We were told there was some sort of festival going on today.
Yes.
Quite busy.
You'll notice. What did you make a perception check, Drexlin?
Sure. Oh boy, 4.
Okay. Yeah, you'll notice the guard kind of glance down really quick, but then look back up. Yes, very busy. Can I help you?
Just wanted to. We're visiting here. We've been sent here by our benefactor to look for an artifact. And yesterday, when we first arrived, we spoke with a guard, and he said they would put in the necessary request for us to possibly have an audience with Lady Emick here. I was just started the new day, figured I'd come over, find out the status of that if it's known. So, we can get a better idea when to all reassemble here if we do have permission to meet with the Lady Amick here.
Sure. Well, I can tell that you seem to be new, so welcome. Yes, I'm sure that I believe you that the guard told you you could see Lady Amick here today, but unfortunately with the festival and everything, she just can't see anyone today.
I see. About the festival, then, I see the thrones and all this setting up in the public square is open to, and I do apologize. I do realize how unique our visit may be. So if you don't, know the answer to this, would we be able to attend the festival?
Oh, yes, it's open to anyone in the city. So, yes, you'd be welcome to attend.
Thank you. We probably will then.
Okay.
One last thing. Yesterday we were one of my companions and I were thrust into service. I don't know if you heard about it. Chasing a bear out of the market. And naturally we were wondering, is there anything we can do, seeing as to, sort of prove ourselves to the local community that we're here on no malicious motives, or we're strictly here to just get some information from Lady Amick here and be on our way. Uh, if anything, we could help you with this wildlife issue that you've been having.
I can discuss this with Lady Amick here and see if there's anything that you can do.
I would appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
Certainly.
Perhaps when we come, what time does the festival start?
Oh, the festival starts, once it starts, the sun starts dropping below the, evening. Just come by in the evening, no specific time. It'll be open. If you need a specific time, then 6.
That's quite all right. I'm sorry. I just, so we could be here for it. I appreciate your help.
Granted, there probably won't be anyone here at 6. Just be aware. It's just people just come when they can. They know it's happening. They get here when it becomes evening.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So, pardon me again. Is the thrones here all the time, or will there be some sort of ceremony with the thrones or anything like that?
No, the thrones have been here since the palace has been built.
Okay, very good.
Or that, yeah. Since people were here, the thrones have been here.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and hopefully,
Yes.
will-
Where can I find you if Lady Amick here needs? I'll tell you what. I'll try to ask her before tonight, and if you come tonight, then should see you there, and I'll let you know if she needs your service.
I
Sound
would
good?
greatly appreciate it. We're staying at the Trader in Chief
Great.
in
Thank
the
you.
Market District.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just in case your name, I apologize profusely. My name is Drexlin.
Gwyn.
Gwyn.
Yes.
Thank you, Gwyn.
My pleasure. Yes. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Which
Beautifully
okay.
awkward.
Yes.
All right. We'll go ahead and go over to what is Zenith doing this morning?
Zenith is going to, if Dakos will let her, accompany Dakos in looking for Whisper.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So, Dakos and Zenith, what are we doing?
Come
do
down early. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, please.
I was going to just add, how do you want to do this?
Nice. I'm gonna have breakfast first. I'm
Sure.
gonna have my nighttime kimono on and bare feet. I'll come down and order some breakfast and bring it back up. Or I'll sit in a corner booth while it's nice and quiet down here to eat it. Then I'll get ready and check in with Zenith. And I suppose when they found the Whisper saw Lev and Rexon and I the other day, it was middle of the day, so whatever time of day works for you, we can go.
Yeah, that's fine with me. So
Wonderful. Is there any information I can give you about the Whisper that might help? Could I ask you to help in the tracking?
let
Or is that a little
me. No. Let me look and see. Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, if they were to be any sort of monster, that would help, but I doubt that.
Oh.
More than metaphorical, if anything.
Yes,
yes. Honestly, where were they? You said they were on a rooftop?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, you were on the rooftop. Sorry.
Yes, it was being a bit sneaky. They went an alleyway over, and I'll explain wherever that was in the city. A few blocks away, and so over here. And this is the direction they were headed.
Gotcha. There may be signs somehow. I know it's a busy city, but if you saw the color of the clothing, anything like that. They may have left some sort of sign behind.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, they had, and I'll describe it, the robe and everything they were
Mhm.
wearing,
Mhm.
and such. I mean, I suppose we can go back to that area and maybe follow through the way that they were traveling last and see if we can find anything.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Lovely, lovely. I'll put my hood up, activate my cloak for this in case there's anyone invisible or anything like
Okay.
that along the way.
Okay.
I can also see in all directions.
Okay. All right.
All right. After you, Zenith. Yeah, so side by side, but you was half a step in front, perhaps. You seem prepared, more prepared for anything than I am. So
Sure.
I'll walk beside you anyway. Just Diggles likes to be silly
Alright.
about it. So.
Nice. I will say when you exit out of the tavern of the inn, you'll see Ume. Kind of
Emma.
sitting there, and she just
Everything
say,
all right, Zenith?
Yeah, I'm just remembering that we had asked for a tour today.
Oh shit.
Ume stands up, is like, hey, just the two of you?
Oh, yes, we've been waiting, and I'll look at Zenith.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, we have actually. We have a certain area of town we wish to look at first, if that's all right, Ume.
Oh, sure. Do your other friends want a tour or to go around
That's a
anywhere?
Good question. Let look over at Zenith.
I'll go ask
Um,
them.
And
And I
I'll
run
just-
back inside
Yeah.
before
Are we-
Dinkos can argue.
Here with Ume. Yes.
So how was
Don't-
the stay at the Trader in Chief?
Oh, it's been interesting. They almost charged us 50 gold per person for a room
Oh,
per night.
wow. That's sorry about that.
Well, that's all right. We got it cleared.
Excessive.
Oh, it's just the two of us, Ume. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
There's this interesting figure I keep hearing about that blends in with the crowd and disappears before you see them in the corner of your eye, and then they're gone. And they go by the name the Whisper. Have you heard of such a creature, a person?
Yeah, I think I've heard the name around. I've
But
never.
not someone you know.
No. Not me. Not that I know. I mean, unless it's someone I know and they're disguising themselves, and I don't know,
Yes, of course,
but
yes.
they know that I don't know.
Yes,
and
understood. Looking like at the stairs for Zena. You have to come back. Like you're ready. Like, yes. And I'll just uncomfortably make small talk.
Okay, Zenith, you ran back inside. What are you doing?
I am going to kind of, is there a back door?
Back door. Let me take a look here at the
Fire code.
at the fire code. Yeah, there seems to be a back door. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to I'm so sorry, you guys. I want to go into, is the back door through the kitchen or?
I know it's through the tavern.
That's right. That's what I meant. Sorry. Okay. I want to kind of get out of sight.
Okay.
Shift into the same plane appearance that I took yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I want to go out the back door and come around to the front.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you're able to do that fine. Yeah, you can definitely like step back probably into the hallway where like Or's office is, but the door's closed. And then you can head out easily enough, head out the door, head to the front.
Okay. And I'll come around the building and I'll come up and I'll go, Dacos, I've been looking everywhere for you in a completely
Oh.
different voice.
Oh,
Oh, a new
And-
friend.
it's. I'm thinking back to like the last 24 hours. Yes, you.
Oh, another person for
Come
the
on
tour.
in.
Great.
Tour.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing
look
a
at you.
tour.
Would you care to join? Would you like to join us?
Well, actually,
Looking
about
for
that,
Zenith, like Zenith.
actually, I thought we were going somewhere today.
Oh.
Yes, right. Oh, it'll kind of click a bit. Right. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
but let me call upstairs after Zenith and friends. See who's going with you. I won't be able to make it today. I made other plans.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
More
this
interesting.
is just me. Okay. This is just me trying to help out, and
appreciate
repay the
it.
favor, and
Good. That's
well,
right. Saved your life and all. Let me call upstairs and see.
well, I can just wait here for the rest to come down if they haven't left yet.
Perfect. That's even better. Less
Okay.
work. Friend, let's yes, very well. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
have
again.
a great
And
time.
you're welcome.
Have a great
You're
time.
welcome, yes.
I'm Ume. Kind of says to you, Zenith.
Nice to meet you, Ume. And
I
I'll
saved
just
his
kind
life.
of grab Dacos by the arm and like kind of lead him off. And then I just go,
Thank you.
I'm so sorry that you had to find out this way.
Oh. No.
It's still in Zenith's clothes, I should point out.
Okay, yeah. No, thank you. The small panic, small coming back down now.
Yeah. I'm not really good at that. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I didn't warn the
appreciate it.
others. I kind of ran through. I panicked a little bit.
No, you saved me. Oh, Ume is such a bore. And
Well-
completely forgot. Oh,
It's Dacos, it's Zenith.
right. Yes, thank you, Zenith. Yes.
I'm-
Yes, I knew. Of course, No, I didn't. Thank you,
No,
Zenith.
you
All
didn't.
right.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Again, I didn't tell the others. I just kind of ran through. So,
well, he said he'll wait for them. Thank you.
okay. Yeah. All right. So
That's
where are we
really
headed?
impressive. You-
Thank you. Gloomstalker stuff.
Boundless skill. Well, let's get away from Ume. Yes.
And as soon as we're out of sight, I'm letting go of his arm and shifting back into
Okay. I love
Zenith.
that Gloomstalker stuff.
Gloomstalker stuff. Don't worry about
It's
it.
fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. All right. So, where are you targeting Dacos?
Same
Har-
area I saw them in
Okay.
yesterday,
Okay. So going back to
and
that.
like following the path that they took as I was
Okay.
following them and where they
All right.
left. And then,
Okay. What is? Are you being stealthy about it all? Or are you just walking, just like you're?
I'd probably check with Zenith. That's still remarkable skills. Do you suppose we should be stealthy or be seen? They seem to be following me and such last time. I could be bait, or better to be sneaky.
I think for now, I don't think it really matters either way since we're just gathering information. But
All right. Well, I do enjoy being sneaky. So
we can be sneaky if you want to be sneaky.
thank you,
Of
kindly
course.
Zenith. Yeah. So try and be stealthy.
Okay. All right. So both of you were stealth checks, please.
Hard dice, be
Oh.
kind. Oh, that's a 21.
Oh my goodness. That's a +6, 17.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Um. Okay. Um. All right. Yeah. But both of you make perception checks for me as well, please, as you're walking through the market district. You'll notice that there seems to be a bit of maybe a more hubbub even this early on. It does look like that people are putting up flyers for the Festival of Balance tonight, and says it will be in the Royal District, on the palace estate grounds, and also just seems to be kind of like extra banners and maybe some cells here and there in honor of the festival for this evening. What was your perception check, Zenith?
18.
18 and Dakos?
I rolled with advantage because I've got my hood up. I can see all the invisible stuff. I can see all around me, every direction.
Okay.
But I also have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Which I just wanted to check and make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Sorry, I know Cloak as well.
Awesome. I love it so much. I had a 3 and a 20, and the 20 equals up to 26 because I have a +6.
All right. So the two of you, as you're walking, you would definitely see some flyers for various royal areas in the royal district. See flyers for a show at the Royal Theater called The Malicious Great Animal. We'll see flyers for missing pets as well. A lot of them, especially you, Dakos, with that high score. Yeah. And you would also notice with those high scores, those high rolls, every once in a while you'll catch a glimpse of someone, and it's only like towards the beginning, like you start getting to the market district and you'll start kind of see in your peripheral this kind of cloaked figure kind of duck into darkness, like duck into an alleyway.
Near-ish?
Staying about 25 feet behind you, probably.
Okay. Zenith, I do believe we have someone following us. The cloaked figure just behind us. Look, but don't look if you can.
Yeah.
I'll give a general direction.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah. Yes. Do you think that you could do your skillful, artful change of appearance and circle around? I'll keep walking, and we can loop to loop.
Yeah, I'll do that for sure. So I'll kind of split off and try to kind of, do my thing.
Okay. Yeah. So you change your appearance, right?
Yes.
And kind of try to get like around them. I would say, yeah. With your skill, you'd be able to kind of like see them go down an alleyway and know that you can come around to the other end of the alleyway and like cut them off if you want to, if that's what you want to do. Or you can just follow them.
I want to just... Where is Dakos at right now? Also in that alleyway, or just kind of...
I mean, it depends on how... I mean, you would have had to have go about 25 feet away. Right. You probably can still see Dakos, but if you go any farther, you'd probably be outside of him. Unless he's following you actively.
Slow.
Okay.
I'll just softly whistle. Just loud enough for Dakos to hear, but not like ridiculously loud.
Sure.
And then I'll just head to cut them off in the alley.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'll just kind of whistle, and then I'll just kind of,
Okay.
That'll be my signal. I'll hustle over too. Pincer move.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to, like, Dakos, you go in kind of like one end, and you can see this kind of cloaked figure kind of going towards the other end of the alley, where you'll see Zenith kind of step in and cut them off.
Mm-hmm. Do wait, won't you?
Let me give me 2 seconds here.
Mm-hmm. I cast fireball. I'm just kidding.
They do
What?
have the cloak up. It's a very dark blue, almost bluish gray cloak. Okay. They are going to. I don't think that they would actually. Okay. Yeah. They will see you first, Zenith, and then immediately turn around and see you, Dakos, and then you'll ask them to wait.
Do wait, please. Just
stay,
here to talk.
She'll hood still up, cloak drawn, kind of clasped right here, so drawn in. What is it? What do you want?
Oh, just a few things. First, I mean, you've been following me. I'd love to know what you'd like to know. But before that, right, introductions. No, I don't need to give you my name, but I'll answer your question first. It's only polite. I was hoping to speak with you after speaking with a fellow member of the guild here. I learned that we may have aligned interests in sharing the true nature of this realm with the Queen. Sounds like she's terribly out of the loop, and we don't really like. There's a little bit of oppression in there, not letting people leave and such. It's hard to turn a blind eye to that sort of thing for upstanding folks like us. And I'll gesture back to Xena. Hoping we could talk, see if interests align. Or are you all the Whisper after all? Yes.
Are you wanting to talk here in the alley?
Oh no! But how else to? I don't have your a means to contact you. I saw you peering about. Perhaps there are things I can answer for you, seeing as how you were keeping a careful eye out on us. I'm happy to, of course. Communication is a two-way street.
You'll hear some people kind of like pass by at the end of the alley, just commoners just walking by. But as soon as they hear the sound, the Whisper will kind of like draw in and kind of get against the wall. I would rather not talk here.
Where and when, so you can be free to return to the shadows.
I don't really have a place that I feel comfortable at all. Where would you like to meet?
Oh, that's quite a... There's a relatively unguarded bridge near the forest. We could always meet in the forest area just outside that bridge. Perhaps under cover of moonlight.
And there usually guards at that bridge. Maybe you don't know.
Oh. Maybe a different shift is better at what they do, but...
Why don't we meet at... I know the person that owns the Grey Bather pub. Why don't we meet there?
All right. Very well. I'm terribly sorry. What's the name of the pub again?
Grey Bather Club. Pub. Grey Bather pub.
Grey Bather pub. Lovely.
It's in the southwest, on the outer ring.
Oh, the outer ring. All right.
Unless you have a better suggestion besides a bridge.
No, I'm quite all right. Just tell me. It'll just be the few of us meeting, yes? My compatriot Zenith, I imagine, may like to attend. Maybe one of my other traveling companions. This isn't a trap or an ambush or anything, correct?
No. If I had that kind of power, I wouldn't be here speaking to you.
Yes.
Tell
They
me.
telling the truth. Sorry, I just want to check.
Yes.
Are they telling the truth? Okay. Thanks.
Why do you care?
It's simply part of who we are. Difficult to look the other way when you see people confined, many against their will. I've spoken to several dear people of this younger generation here that wish to leave, that either aren't allowed to or it's made near impossible.
Cowards.
They're cowards for wishing to leave.
Cowards for leaving and not doing anything. Yes.
Well, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Some people aren't built for that sort of thing.
Look,
But thankfully there are people like you and us.
is there a time that works better for you today?
I'll look over at Zenith to see if Zenith has any input on time or anything.
Probably before the festival.
Yes, that would
Yeah.
be pleasant. We do plan on attending this festival and getting a better understanding of this realm.
Why
would
don't we
perhaps
say
4?
5?
All right.
And then that way I won't be putting my friends out of business by closing down their pub for an hour for us. Is that agreeable?
I'll
Yeah.
let's look for it. Oh, yes. Then yes. it
Okay.
is.
Can I go?
Thank you, Colin. Oh, of course, of course.
I'll
Um,
step
I'll
to
just-
the side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we both.
Thanks.
We were just like.
Oh, yeah.
I just look between, like, kind of like you can't see their face, but just kind of look. You'll see the could kind of look between the two of you, and then just kind of like go on.
Nice. I'll walk over to Zenith. Oh, wow, very opinionated, that one. Oh, but judgmental.
Yeah.
Might be difficult to work with him.
I'd appreciate if you didn't tell the others about this whole thing yet.
Oh, I won't say a thing. I'm sorry, is it, now I'm curious. Is it simply a skill where you can change to any appearance, or is this...
Yeah, it's, the disguise self spell. It's that, but it's...
Magics.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated, but
Is it?
appreciate it. It's hard to explain.
I can imagine. Yes, safe with me. Very well. Let's, I suppose we'll let the others know in case any of them wish to come with.
Yeah, there's a back door we might want to go in to avoid.
The back door? How did I not see
I
that?
know. We might want to avoid Ume going back in.
Oh, please, yes, let's. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are heading back to the inn. All right. Well, it is 10:02, so unfortunately, I'm so sorry. But we'll get to your animal checking next week. Okay. We'll go ahead and wrap it up as the two of you head back. Draxlin's wrapping up his thing with the guards. Yeah. It's a little bit no cliffhanger this week, but maybe next week I'll get you.
Will Zenith and Dago's run into Ume?
We'll
Or
see
will
that.
they make it safely? There's your cliffhanger.
That's the cliffhanger.
I was going to tell you, definitely Drexlin's going to run into Ume and end up going on the tour.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh, there you are, Drexlin.
Well, here's what we'll end on is that as soon as Yo exits, there's Ume. Oh, hey Yo. And that's what we'll end.
There's a cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Poor Ume. I was like, they forgot about Ume.
I totally forgot. It was exciting the other day, but now we have a bunch of info. So.
Poor Ume.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, viewers, for being patient with the interruption earlier. Thank you so much, players, for being patient with the interruption earlier. I appreciate y'all so much. It's a great session. Nevertheless, we have a lot of content here on the channel that I will go over here in a second. Let me just bring up our schedule. Yep. Okay. There we are. Yeah, we have a lot of D&D content, a lot of gaming content, a lot of art content and painting content. Tomorrow, we have Drawing Dan at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we have Paint by Minis at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, where myself and Christy are finishing up working on lighting effects, like painting lighting effects on minis. So like, you know, from spell effects and that sort of thing. So super excited to continue with that. And we also have some great D&D content over the weekend, as well as some other things. Well, this is the old schedule. I'm so sorry. We do not have Tower of Dreams anymore on Saturday. We do not have Learning Blender anymore on Sunday. As Dan looks at me in disdain. But yeah, we're so glad to have y'all. Let's head over to Dork Tales here.
Nice.
Let me see. I did bring that back up. Yes. Okay.
I got it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So we'll right over to Dork Tales. Get them a cock on the chat. Thank y'all again. You're the best. Check out our website at madbirdstreams.com, as well as our Patreon. Check us out on Discord. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Excellent.
Yay.
Folks, I have to jet. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's
No
okay.
problem.